Good evening. I'm Morley Safer.
And I'm Andy Rooney. And I'm Mike Wallace.
Hi, I'm Michael Moore, the host of TV Nation. And we're not usually on this time on Sunday nights, because this is when everyone watches 60 Minutes. Every Tuesday night for the last 5 weeks, we've been on NBC. And I got to tell you, things have been going great. So great, in fact, that NBC gave us this special tonight to celebrate our 5th anniversary. We'll be asking the people of New York to take the TV Nation taste test. What do you think of the show, sir?
Show. I like this show.
Beautiful show.
Beautiful.
And over here at TV Nation. Good. Tonight, we're going to bring you the highlights of our favorite segments from the first 5 weeks of our new show, TV Nation. It's true, 4 out of 5 viewers agree TV Nation tastes better than 60 Minutes. Please enjoy a low-fat Twinkie and celebrate the 5th anniversary of TV Nation.
It's TV Nation with Michael Moore. Tonight, on our special 5th anniversary edition, we challenge America's corporate chairman,
CEO of the IBM Corporation. We challenge you to come down and format a computer desk.
Discover how much democracy $5,000 can buy us. We look at the stranger side of life, from pets on Prozac to taking a day off with Dr. Kevorkian. And we span the globe, searching for democracy in Kuwait and for missiles in Russia. Then we're back home, finding prisons without prisoners and states without visitors. All these and more on the best of TV Nation.
Happy anniversary, TV Nation. Happy anniversary to you. You ever seen 60 Minutes?
Yeah.
You ever see them do a story on pets on Prozac?
No.
You ever see them go on a picnic with Dr. Kevorkian?
No.
You ever see them go and visit the guy who sold OJ his white Ford Bronco?
No.
What's the weirdest thing you've seen in your life?
A guy wearing toenail polish.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen?
People who stop people on the street and ask them silly questions.
You ever met Dr. Kevorkian?
No.
You ever met OJ's Ford Bronco dealer?
No.
Well, we've met them all on TV Nation in just the last 5 weeks. I want to show some highlights of those episodes to you.
Okay, great.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It gets kind of weird.
Okay.
Watch this. We sent TV Nation's Meryl Marco to meet some pets on Prozac.
This is Willie, a dog who loves his log. Some people think that's precisely his problem.
I kind of take this very seriously. I see that this is not an easy way to live. If you take another dog out into the woods, they would get into the trees and walk and have a good time. Willie has to look at his log, stay with his log, and he doesn't see the big picture. Get your log, Wills. Get it. Good boy. Good boy. If you saw a human going through life like this, he would be in a hospital. He'd be getting shock therapy. I'll tell you a little secret. It's odd that he came into my life. I have obsessive compulsive disorder myself.
Do you really?
Yes.
How many different dogs and cats have you prescribed Prozac to?
I would think a few hundred.
How many animals nationwide do you think are on Prozac?
Increasing exponentially, I would say. This is a fly-catching dog, but there's no flies around. That's the difference. You can hear it snapping in the air. He's an elderly Great Dane, and he puts his head behind the curtains, just hangs out. And, you know, it looks kind of amusing to see him, looking like a sheik.
And then there's Ruby, the the African gray parrot who keeps plucking out all her feathers.
And we just woke up one morning and that was it. The feathers were gone.
Why don't we give her the Prozac?
Want your Prozac, Ruby? She seems more silly and she seems more relaxed in general.
Maybe too relaxed.
Ruby.
2 months later, we revisited Willie to see if the Prozac was helping him yet. Anything here you think of interest to Willie?
I think that log's in there.
Willie,
Willie.
what do you think? Look at that! Look at that! Now that's amazing! Did you ever used to offer him a ball when he had the log before?
Mm-hmm.
But he would never put the log down,
He
period.
wanted the log. And if a log wasn't around, he'd be swinging from that branch.
Right, so he was wood obsessed.
His name should be Woody.
Well, then he would be obsessed with children.
Gucci garment bag.
Say stiletto knife from Ross Cutler.
Well, I asked if I could go to McDonald's with you.
Mezzaluna and Brentwood.
Chicago's O'Hare Plaza Hotel.
I know one was a Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce.
A Lincoln Town Car.
White Ford Bronco.
We're here at Walker Berge Ford on Santa Monica Boulevard in Los Angeles, and I'm here with Jim and Kurt and Gordon. This is the dealership where OJ bought his white Ford Bronco. Guys, you know, when you were watching TV that night and suddenly you saw OJ and the white Ford Bronco going down the freeway, what'd you think?
Ford sales are going up.
And what happened?
They did.
By how much?
About 30%.
For the white Ford Bronco?
Yeah.
Didn't you say to yourself, oh, this is a horrible commercial for us. He's in a police chase on national TV and he can't get it over 40? Didn't you as a Ford salesman say to yourself, step on it, OJ?
I thought he should have put it in four-wheel drive and head for the hills.
Yeah. Any deals going on now with the Bronco?
$2,000 rebate, LA County owners.
On the Ford Bronco, what do you call this?
The OJ Special.
I mean, but Jim, you know, a special OJ rebate? I mean, it's kind of a tragic story, though, don't you think?
Well, it's for LA County residents only.
When you put it that way, you know, I feel a lot better about the crass commercialization of this. Back in the 70s, tons of toxic waste were dumped in Love Canal. They're selling homes there again, so we asked the Love Canal real estate agent how the residents who never left are doing.
What about the people who never left? You mean, do they have one arm or half a testicle or something? Yeah. No, they're fine. Yeah. They're fine. They're all way up in age right now, and they're just as healthy as I am, and I figure I'm healthy. I had cancer 3 years ago, but it's gone now.
I sent our correspondent Louis Theroux to take a look at the hometown of Bill Clinton.
I was born in a little town called Hope, Arkansas. All I am or ever will be came from there.
And Louis found out that the man from Hope actually grew up in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Is this the Clinton home?
This is the Clinton home. I'm not about to let anybody in this house to come here and say, well, this is Bill Clinton's house. We want to see it.
Yeah.
I'm not about to do that. What for? Why should I?
I don't know. I guess it's of historical interest.
Well, historical, yeah, but for whose benefit?
You mind if we look around?
Where?
Your house.
Nobody goes in there. No. No way.
Thanks for talking to me.
I don't know you.
Come on.
All right.
Yeah. So what kind of activities would have been going on in Hot Springs when Clinton was growing up here?
Wide open gambling, bookmaking, prostitution. All the officials were on the take. It was a party town. It was where everybody came to drink and gamble and misbehave from all of the United States for 75 years.
On another episode of TV Nation, we asked the question, what does Dr. Kevorkian do on his day off?
I must be your dad's age.
Yeah, a little younger.
How old is your dad?
72.
Oh, I'm 65, so that's the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
You know, back then, 6 years difference was big, but today, as the older you get, not very different.
I told my parents I was coming to see you today.
Yeah.
And they asked that I not mention just how old they are.
And you did.
So
that's good. Oh, I conned you into it.
Please, you know, stay away from Flint. Please. Okay, here we are, my old stomping grounds.
Yeah.
Huh? You know this place?
When were you here last?
I haven't been here in a few years.
I know it.
We were just taking a little tour of Detroit with Dr. Kevorkian.
Yes, sir. Everything's currently closed, unfortunately.
Oh, it's closed now?
Yes, sir.
All right, and what year will it reopen? Someday. Someday you'll be able to help them.
How? Oh.
I'm feeling fine. Why do you ask? Some pretty weird stuff, huh? Well, listen, we'll be back with more highlights from the best of TV Nation right after this. Anybody for a low-fat Twinkie? Huh?
TV Nation 5th Anniversary Special, sponsored in part by Bounty, the quilted quicker picker-upper.
Introducing the most durable Bounty ever.
It does jobs I never thought a paper towel could do. Now it's the quilted picker-upper.
The quilted quicker picker-upper.
It even scrubs a carpet.
Ordinary towels fall apart, even top quality towels, but new quilted Bounty's this much stronger. It's still quicker, too.
The quilted quicker picker-upper. New quilted Bounty.
Static stops you. Get bounce. Bounce lets you go.
Got static? Get Bounce. Bounce keeps clothes virtually static-free.
Get bounce and get going.
Bounce stops static before static stops you.
Introducing 3 new luxury models. Sleek, aerodynamic, with rich metallic finishes. Engineered to go from 0 to 1625. The new Aero Series dryers from Remington. We're out to change the way you dry.
Everybody, come on! If you want to be happy on Tuesday night, Wings will lift your spirits on this brand new night. And from one choice personal point of view, 10 personalities are better than 2. If you want to watch Fraser get a kick out of life, remember now he's on Tuesday night. And from everybody's personal point of view, everyone around him is a little cuckoo. If you're going to laugh with all of your might, it's NBC's new Tuesday night.
We're standing here in front of the General Motors building here in New York. Do you know the head of General Motors?
No.
Do you know the head of U.S. Steel?
No.
AT&T?
No.
DuPont?
No.
General Electric?
No.
You don't know any of them?
No.
You know what?
No.
I don't know most of them either. In a democracy like ours,
No.
we should know who's running the country, right?
Yeah.
But we don't.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the reasons why we got TV Nation on the air, so that, you know, we can go and find out just who's running the store, if you get my drift.
I get your drift.
Do you know who the president is? What's his name?
President Clinton.
Oh, that's very good. Now, do you know the name of the senator who heads the Senate Banking Committee? Well, we're going to show a few highlights from some past episodes where we went to take a look at some politicians and some corporate chairmen. Starting right here with the TV Nation CEO Challenge.
Get ready, corporate America. It's the TV Nation CEO Challenge. Tonight, we ask the question on the minds of most underpaid Americans. Do the chairmen of American corporations know how to build or use their own products? Our first contestant, Louis Gerstner, chairman, IBM.
Attention, attention. Louis Gerstner, CEO of the IBM Corporation. We challenge you to come down and format a computer desk.
He wouldn't see me.
Michael Miles, chairman of the Philip Morris Company.
We challenge you to come down and roll a cigarette. We have the ingredients.
Mr. Miles, I know this sounds like a stupid question, but what exactly did Philip Morris die from?
Have you seen the chairman? Please do not shut the door on me. Please. It's only one cigarette. Please.
Alex Trotman, chairman of the Ford Motor Company.
Mr. Alex Trotman, CEO of the Ford Motor Company. We challenge you to come down and change the oil in a Ford.
Hey. Unlike the other CEOs, Chairman Trotman was up for the challenge.
Right in the car.
Alex Trotman, you have met the TV Nation CEO challenge.
Ready for another 5,000 miles.
I found my own challenge in trying to settle the war in Bosnia, so I visited the ambassadors from Serbia and Croatia on a mission of peace and pizza.
3-4 years ago, this was Yugoslavia. And kind of explain to our American viewers, you know, what happened.
Then? Understand. Slovenia seceded.
So Slovenia, so they went, okay?
Yes.
Out.
That was Croatia, and
Okay.
it seceded violently also.
All right.
Here, we had another secession from Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so big.
Small. Don't give them so much, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And the Bosnia and Herzegovina, consisting of 3 different ingredients: ham, cheese, pepperoni.
The Serbs are
cheese, yes.
and the ham is
Croats.
The pepperonis
Muslims
are the Muslims. Okay.
I would like to eat piece of Slovenia because my mother was born in Slovenia.
Well,
please
have a slice of Slovenia too.
Yes.
No, keep Bosnia.
No, thank you. It's too much for me.
Too much?
Yes.
All right, Slovenia. Half of Slovenia. We have this idea that if more people would sing this song, there would be peace in the world. On another night, we held our own healthcare Olympics as our answer to the current debate in Congress.
In the U.S., watch the team in Florida face the obstacles of a private insurance-driven system. Then in Toronto, Ontario, will Canada continue to score big with the access and simplicity of universal coverage? And in Havana, Cuba, can this third world republic continue to remain competitive with the medical powers of the industrialized world? Well, the scores came in, and as we anticipated, it all came down to the big C, cost. In Cuba,
the patient doesn't pay nothing.
In Canada,
$15 for the crutches that he just received. That's it.
And in the U.S.
The patient will be charged $80 for an emergency room service visit. Foot x-ray, $137. Ace bandage, $44. X-ray of the ankle, $118. $16.90. Dye used in the x-ray process. Adult crutches, $46. Total charges for the service, $450.70.
Yes, Team Canada, seen here waving the flag of victory, they take the lower limb gold in '94 as another night in the TV Nation Healthcare Olympics comes to a close. Now, a disclaimer, this competition applied to lower limb injuries only. Who knows the outcome if we were talking gallbladders, tonsillectomies, or liposuction. Thanks for joining us. I'm Bob Costas.
And I'm Ahmad Rashad. Good night
and good health.
On another episode of TV Nation, I got to wondering just how much democracy could I buy for $5,000? So I went to Capitol Hill to find out. My first problem, though, was access. Luckily, help was as close as the Yellow Pages. Meet Bill Chasey, our new TV Nation lobbyist.
You can't tell your story unless you can get in the door. And if you already have your foot in the door, it makes it a lot easier.
We gave Bill a check for $5,000 in the hopes of getting some sweet government gravy.
My suggestion is that we do a resolution.
Bill proposed that we line up sponsors in Congress for a resolution declaring TV Nation Day all throughout America. It was an inspired idea. One day each year across this great land of ours to celebrate TV Nation Day. A simple spot on the calendar, somewhere between Flag Day and Yom Kippur. A time to reflect on what America would be like without TV Nation. A day to appreciate the little things that make TV Nation sort of special and deserving of an additional 13-episode order from NBC. TV Nation Day. Bill was a genius. We went right to work. Meet Congressman Howard Coble, Republican from North Carolina.
I consume pork brains for breakfast.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Entertainment is one of the key products the U.S. produces.
We believe we're providing a real good service, a good magazine show that focuses on, happy things, and we would like to get actually is a resolution passed that, declares TV Nation Day.
That we all win with that sort of format.
Thank you card.
Oh, very nice. $20 inside.
No,
$20.
you can't do that. A little walking around money.
Well, let me give that back to you. As much as I'd like to keep it.
Salad shooter for you.
Oh, great.
One ticket to Conan O'Brien. All right.
Good.
Okay, we have the flag of the United Kingdom and a Duncan Hines Moist Deluxe Cake Mix.
Oh, my goodness.
We had our first sponsor, and with more gifts in hand, we took to the Hill to win more votes.
How about if we gave you an NBC hat?
Well, I like the hat. I like the hat.
You like that? You can have it. Thank
I've got a collection.
All right. How about this? A Lady Remington.
No, wait, that's not.
Well, no, wait a minute. I don't need one of those.
There you go. Compliments of TV Nation and...
bribe is such an ugly word. These were gifts.
All right, TV Nation Day.
It was time for me to go back to New York, leaving my lobbyist to go in for the kill. Finally, after about a month, Bill called and said he had some good news and that I should turn on C-SPAN to see my bill being introduced to Congress.
I thank the Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm introducing a resolution declaring August 16, 1994 as TV Nation Day. The resolution, which I hope my colleagues will support, will praise TV Nation for creating new jobs in this country and improving our balance of trade.
It is a civics lesson presented in an exciting style, a program that shows how our government works.
This show will be positive and upbeat and will not dwell on the negative aspects of today's society.
And although TV Nation has no sex or violence and does not invade the personal privacy of people, it is still entertaining and informative.
And that alone, Mr. Speaker, is praiseworthy achievement. I thank the Speaker.
It's amazing what $5,000 can buy you in a democracy. And then last Tuesday, it was August 16th, and the little village of Fishkill, New York became the first town in the country to celebrate TV Nation Day.
Now therefore be it resolved that Tuesday, August 16th, 1994, is now to be officially known as TV Nation Day.
For a woman, shaving can be pretty scary with the wrong razor. That's why Schick created new Silk Effects, with silky fine wires wrapped around twin blades to protect you from nicks and cuts. And since Silk Effects leaves your legs silky smooth, why use any other razor? New Silk Effects from Schick. Shave safely.
It is time for the big question. What is the extra in Mickey D's Extra Value Meals? Now, some think it's a money thing, $2.99 to be exact. Then Then there are the brothers and sisters into variety. See, you can get 4 $2.99 extra value meals, like Big Mac, cheeseburger, quarter pounder with cheese, and McChicken. And for a large portion of folks, it's the large portion of those world-famous golden fries. But for me,
what you want, what you want, what you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
You know what I'm saying?
I found something that made me change the way I bake.
Pamela Blissetti, professional baker.
It's not butter, it's something better. Crisco, now in these great new sticks. They're easy to measure, and they go in the cupboard, not the refrigerator, so they're soft and easy to blend. And right in the package is Crisco's irresistible peanut butter cookie recipe. Compared to this cookie that uses butter, Crisco stays moister and chewier. New Crisco sticks, a better way to make a great cookie.
Cooks who know, trust Crisco.
First, it's a Mad About You flashback.
I want to ask you something.
See how Paul first proposed.
Will you marry me?
What a nice story. Then don't miss the wings where Helen finally gets her man.
Will you marry me?
But don't send out the invitations just yet.
Yow!
Then a Seinfeld that's really hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't know.
Then what's the matter, Frasier?
I'm sick.
You're all pasty and clammy and pale.
And coming from an English person, that's bad.
Must-see TV, NBC Thursday.
Where are you from?
Texas.
Texas, huh? Yeah, ever been to Kuwait? No. Most exotic place you've been?
Oh, Paris and Milan.
Paris and Milan, right.
Not too exotic.
No, well.
Great for shopping.
How about Russia? No. I've been to Kazakhstan.
I never heard of that. How is it over there?
Well, let's just say it's not Paris.
It's not bad.
All right?
No.
But we found some very interesting things in the various cities that we've traveled to on TV Nation. And I'd like you to take a look at some of the highlights of the world traveling that we've been doing.
Oh, sure.
Starting with Mother Russia.
Mother Russia.
Right here. Right in there. Our first journey on TV Nation took me deep into Russia to try and find the missile that had been aimed at my hometown of Flint, Michigan during all the years of the Cold War. People of Russia, I am here to take the missile that is pointed at my hometown and dismantle it. No more missiles. Thank you. I talked to former Soviet officials about maybe redirecting the missile that's been aimed at my family and friends. If it's pointed at Flint, do you think maybe we could just point it elsewhere? Maybe we could point it at one of the stars' homes. Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet are here.
Steve Lawrence, yes.
Chuck Woolery. Do you know Chuck Woolery?
Chuck Woolery, yes.
Yes? Okay. With the help of some friendly Russians, I went to see the missile for myself.
This way. No?
Да. Вот это есть. Вот она. That way? Hello? Hello? See, I told you it'd be in English. Right? Because who else would come? Do you have a missile here?
Нет, надо поворачивать.
No, нет?
Нет, выезжайте на левую дорогу и вперед.
Over there?
Let's go.
He said, get away from here immediately. Go back to the main road.
And then I met some less friendly Russians. We've been here now for about 2 hours. First there was a guy with a rifle coming at us. Now all we have is a big fire hose. Okay, listen, I'll grab the briefcase. I'm gonna make a run for it down the road. Kathy, you shout out. He's getting away. Soon the ordeal was over and we all became friends, taking pictures and exchanging addresses. It was then I learned the whereabouts of Sergei Sergeyevich, the top man in the Kremlin during the Cold War, who was in charge of all the missile sites in the Soviet Union. We have come to Russia to find the missile pointed at our hometown.
Я скажу по секрету.
I'll tell you, but it is a great secret.
Okay.
У меня в туалете.
It's locked in my bathroom.
The cake is very good.
Ну что ж, пусть конкурируют.
I'll try to compete with my cake.
I can compete with this cake. You must try one of our Twinkies.
Вы должны попробовать.
Да.
О!
Is it not bad?
Imagine, the person responsible for launching the missiles was this little man, our main enemy for all those years. While I was freezing in Russia, Louis Theroux was in a warmer climate, Brazil.
The Amazon, the world's last frontier, home to rainforests, Indian tribes, and 70,000 Avon saleswomen.
Avon calling.
Ding dong, a moça do Avon.
This is Maria Ferreira, Amazonian peasant and Avon customer. Last year, people like Maria spent over $20 million on Avon cosmetics. Eliechi's specialty is Renew.
Why don't you buy this? It only costs $40 and you will look more beautiful for a lot longer.
Women there desire Renew and they buy it. They do everything to buy it.
How can they afford it?
Well, they stop buying other things, no?
Like what?
Like clothes, like shoes.
The average family in Santarém makes $3 a day. Yet many of them willingly spend $40 for a jar of Renew.
When I sell, I take this catalog with me and I show this woman and I say, look, this woman is beautiful because she's wearing Avon products. So everyone also wants to be beautiful.
She's blonde and she's very tall and she's very pale skinned, and Avon products can't give you those things.
I actually think she's reality, because by using the products, you can be like her. You can even get thinner. You can have better skin.
Really? Taller?
Yes, I think taller as well, definitely. I really trust Avon.
With the North American Free Trade Agreement now the law and all these American companies getting rich off it, we thought we should get in on the act. I decided to do my part, so I went down to McAllen, Texas, and took the ferry across the Rio Grande to Reynosa, Mexico, where I would produce the first TV show of the free trade era. Geez, look at all these American companies down here in Mexico. They must be getting something out of this. I decided to stop by and visit some of my corporate brothers. Do you speak Spanish?
A little bit.
How would you say in Spanish, as soon as you get your arm out of that machine, you're fired? Now, where were these jobs done before you came here?
Primarily Indiana.
Indiana over
and
here?
Arkansas.
Arkansas over there.
And that firewall in the copper area, they were from actually 4 different plants: Tennessee, Arkansas, and Indiana.
Do you think they own washing machines at home?
Some of them,
Most of them?
I wouldn't say most. Of course, one of the problems here is a lot of the folks don't have plumbed-in water.
Right.
And
makes it kind of hard to have a washing machine.
Well, you have to fill it with a bucket.
Tell me how you say this in Spanish. Please direct me to where I dump the PCBs.
I'm not going to say that.
Don't worry, this raw sewage isn't whirlpools. It's just an example of doing business without environmental fanatics around. So this is a robot here. This is a robot here.
Right.
And what is this?
This is a Mexican employee.
What would you say is the average take-home pay for people here?
Approximately 75 cents an hour.
75 cents an hour?
Yeah.
Do you think we can get the same deal?
Probably a little less.
The great thing about free trade is the American officials who will show you around Mexico and help you make the move there.
There's Converse tennis shoe.
Converse tennis shoes? Converse. They'd already left a message on our machine.
This is Jennifer Murray from Converse. Because we are an American manufacturer of Canvas All-Stars, we really can't afford any on-camera exposure where we're touting a factory or even discussing a factory in Reynosa, Mexico. I mean, people know that we're down there, but we don't want to, advertise it, so to speak. We can't sort of afford that kind of exposure at the moment.
So we can't go back there? What would you do to me if I made a run for it right now back there?
You could probably run faster than you can. I don't know, you got tennis shoes on. You got those on.
That's right, man. These things smoke.
We're getting a little camera shy with people that come down and pick. It's just like the last show that was done, okay, shows nice buildings, and then it shows shacks, and it says these are a result of this.
I can honestly tell you, we've been here for 4 days. We have not gone to see the slums and the shacks and all those things.
You know, we've had people that criticize the fact that the people in Mexico, they earn very, very little. But at the same time, you have to understand that for the most part, they don't own a vehicle to drive. And so therefore, that eliminates a car payment or eliminates the insurance, it eliminates gasoline and so forth. And then for the most part, they don't own homes either. Here on the left, we have Sociedad de Motores Domésticos, which is the maquila for General Electric.
General Electric is right here?
Right here.
Are you General Electric? Si. I am General Electric. How do you do?
You know, I'm surprised, though, that the main office didn't let them know that you were going to come down.
Well, there are lots of surprises on TV Nation, like in Kuwait, where I went to see the democratic country we supposedly liberated. My first stop on the Freedom Tour was the Kuwaiti Parliament, the seat of their democracy. My guide was a member of Parliament. Let's say we wanted to take a freedom tour of Kuwait. What would be the best spots to go to see the freedoms here in Kuwait?
Well, you got the press. It's the most free press in this region.
They can say anything they want about anybody.
Anybody, but you take responsibility if you say something wrong.
Now, what happens if you say something wrong?
You will be taken to court.
What's the worst thing that could happen if the court says you were wrong?
You could be taken to jail.
Well, that's a fairly free press.
Kuwait is once more in the hands of Kuwaitis in control of their own destiny.
Now, women can't vote here yet.
No, not yet. We are a conservative society here.
Mm-hmm. But do you think women will be able to vote someday?
Yeah, I think, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. One of these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
About voting, he said no. No, elections, no.
Oh, he doesn't want women to vote?
No.
No? No. That guy back there, now that we've lost him, let me tell you, all you got to do, a few demonstrations, you got to organize. We have a thing in America called the National Organization of Women. You familiar with it?
I've heard of it.
You've heard of it?
Yeah.
Start a branch here.
Do you want me to start the demonstration?
Huh? I will come to the demonstration, yes. Don't tell these guys that.
Perhaps there was no better example of the restoration of Kuwait than the rebuilding of Arab world. Saddam had stolen most of the rides and shipped them back to Baghdad.
Don't you think that in a free country like the United States and Kuwait, having an amusement park like this strengthens the democracy? Yeah.
After the war, the first thing the Al-Sabah family had rebuilt was their own set of palaces and the oil fields. TV Nation's Karen Duffy visited another exotic land, North Dakota, the least visited state in America.
It's pretty windy here and cold. We're used to it.
How cold does it get?
Pretty cold. This winter it got down to 80 below. We were on the Weather Channel.
So, Governor Schaefer, what's the best reason to visit North Dakota?
Well, I think the best reason to visit North Dakota is you can still get lost here. Not necessarily lost on a map, but you can really get lost mentally here.
The first person who was inducted into the Hall of Fame was Lawrence Welk. He's a well-known band leader.
Why was Lawrence Welk chosen?
Oh, you've got me on that one.
We're at the Welk Homestead near Strasburg, North Dakota. There's a lot of snow here, so you can about imagine how it was here in the wintertime.
Do you have any favorite Lawrence Welk tunes?
Boy, he had so many of them. I like so many of them. Like he had, I'm just trying to think.
for a little chat about your teeth. And some good news. An instrument made to get between teeth that you can comfortably use at home. The new generation Crest Complete. First, Crest created a brush to fit your teeth, designed to penetrate and clean far between them. Now new Crest Complete goes even farther than before. The better you care for your teeth, the more you and your dentist can enjoy these little visits. New Crest Complete, the dentist's choice for rippled brushes.
Just how nutritious is Kellogg's Complete Bran Flakes?
Let's have this today.
No, please. Anything but that one.
Complete Bran Flakes has twice the fiber of that cereal.
Or maybe that one.
I don't think so. Complete Bran Flakes has twice the vitamins and minerals of that. The only one with high fiber plus 14 vitamins and minerals, even beta-carotene.
How about Complete Bran Flakes?
Yes! High fiber plus vitamins and minerals. Perfect. Kellogg's Complete Bran Flakes. Yes!
This week on Today, why working from home may be more profitable than you think.
Also actors Paul Reiser and Juliette Lewis, so join us this week.
And see what a difference Today makes.
Artificial blood. There's an urgent need for it now. At stake, thousands of lives and billions of dollars. How close to reality is it? Get close. Get answers on NBC Nightly News Monday.
I always carry my Blue Cross Blue Shield card. You never know what's going to happen, so you got to have your card with you. You know, it's real nice to know there's a real big company that cares about you backing that card up. That's the thing about it. It's not just a little piece of plastic. I guess anybody could give you a piece of plastic in the card, but it's the people that's backing it up that makes a difference.
What are they going to close next?
Hopefully your mouth.
Next time on Cheers, it's a boys' night out at the old Twilight Drive-In.
Hey, are we there yet?
Trunk boy, dude.
But Fraser's first trip to the outdoor screen.
The first rule of being trunk boy is don't panic.
Could well be his last.
Oh, thank God, air. You know, I'm getting kind of cold. You think we can put the top on?
You know, there is just no pleasing this guy.
No, stuck.
Next time on Cheers.
Cheers, following the 13 News night team.
Revealing Tender. O.J. Simpson, The Interview on.
You know the last crime I saw?
No, what was the last crime you saw?
NBC executives putting us on tonight opposite 60 Minutes.
Oh, was that right?
That's a crime.
Yeah, that's a crime.
You know, for the last few weeks, we've been doing a lot of stories on prisons and crime on TV Nation. And I want you to look at some of the highlights of those stories right in here.
Okay.
In Appleton, Minnesota, Merrill Marco found a brand new prison, fully staffed and ready to go. They just had one problem. No inmates.
This is David Harris, the chief security officer, who's been patiently waiting the past 14 months for the first prisoner to walk through the gates.
There's washers and dryers in every housing unit we have in the facility, so that the inmates a little more personalized. We've got the microwave ovens, the ice machines.
Is it those ice cubes with little holes in the middle?
Small ones, yeah.
Oh. If you had a wish list of the favorite kind of prisoners that you would have here, do you have any particular kind you'd like to see here?
Yes. Old-time murderers.
Who gets to say what's on TV?
We control it with a remote.
So they have to scream to you, hey, Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, and if it's a majority, yeah. But if they start to bickering like a bunch of little kids, we'll just shut the TV off.
Yeah. Shouldn't you count your blessings? I mean, you get to be here and get paid, but you don't have to be hassled by prisoners.
I'm a correctional professional. What I do is with inmates.
Right.
I don't have any inmates.
With so many white-collar criminals going to prison these days, we thought they could use some help. It's the TV Nation Get Ready for Prison Test with TV Nation expert Frank Sweeney. He's not just an expert. He's an ex-con who spent 22 years behind bars for crimes ranging from mail fraud to assaulting a police officer.
I've made many friends while in prison. It's a good idea to give them my home address. True or false?
Your friends that you've made in prison. Very bad news. I would never trust anybody that completely. You might later on have some problems with the person you gave your address to, and later on he could retaliate against your family.
I'm a finicky eater. Any cuisine tips?
Since 1973, every federal prison has a kosher kitchen. What I did, I had a friend of mine in MCC who was Jewish, and he let me sample his diet, and I discovered it was delicious. So when I got to my initial institution, which was Jessup, I made arrangements to see the rabbi. and I persuaded the rabbi that I was Jewish.
In New Mexico and North Carolina, TV Nation found that the state departments of tourism are using inmates to answer your 1-800 call.
New Mexico Department of Tourism, this is Steve.
Let me have your first name, please. Address, please. And may I ask, how did you learn of our toll-free number?
Meet the experts. Guys who can tell you everything you want to know about how to plan your vacation in New Mexico, because these guys have had plenty of time to really study the facts.
I've been incarcerated about 21 months. I'm here doing time in New Mexico, and here I am promoting the state.
New Mexico isn't the only state to realize that inmates can be a tourist's best friend.
North Carolina's special kind of splendor beckons the nation.
Have you visited our state before? I have been employed in travel and tourism since March of '94.
How long have you got to go?
Well, I have a life sentence.
We're looking for extrovert type people, people that want to talk to people. You know, I guess you'd call them people type people.
And what month are you coming to North Carolina?
What of all the things you could recommend would be the most fun thing I should go do this afternoon in this area?
In Raleigh?
And now we bring you the first TV Nation poll. 204 Americans were surveyed by the polling firm of Widgery & Associates. 10% of the American public would pay $5 to see Senator Orrin Hatch fight a big mean dog on pay TV. 86% of all viewers would root for the dog. 100% of women viewers would root for the dog.
You want to dress your best, you want to look real cool. Are you ready for something new? Just wait till we get our hands on you.
We got Mickey Mouse.
We got the Lion King. We got the Flintstones. You can do your thing. You can be the hippest kid in school. Just wait till we get our hands on you. Just wait till we get our hands on you. Ta-la-la-la, yum, ta-la-la-la, yum, ta-la-la-la, yum.
So full of life, save us.
Why just moisturize your hair when you can go all the way to healthy, shiny? Pantene Pro V has a pro-vitamin formula that penetrates, improving hair all the way to the tips. For hair so healthy it shines. More than moisture, pro-vitamins.
On a recent trip, Dave Thomas fell in love with San Francisco, that city by the bay. The sights, the people, and a delicious roll.
What's that? Sourdough.
Introducing Wendy's Sourdough Bacon Cheeseburger. It's a San Francisco-style roll stuffed with a quarter-pound of fresh beef, Monterey Jack, bacon, and Dijon sauce. Come to Wendy's and try one soon. Hopefully, Dave will be back by then.
Next, the Sequest will destroy itself.
Captain, no!
Sequest's final hour until fall. Sequest, NBC Next.
Monday, the Fresh Prince and Carlton rush a frat.
Let the pledging begin!
But wait till you see what they have to do to get in.
Now that's tuition money well spent.
NBC Monday.
Okay, word association. You ready? NBC. TV Nation, Tuesdays at 8.
TV Nation, I love it! Woo!
We've been on now for about 5 weeks. For the last 5 Tuesday nights, we've aired about 25 stories on TV Nation. There's one particular story that we received the most mail on, and it happens to be our personal favorite on the show. We'd like to run that piece in its entirety right now. Take a look. We got about 30,000 cabs here in New York City now. Now, what would be a reason why it might be hard to get one of them? It's raining out. It's rush hour. Maybe one more thing.
Yellow cabs don't stop for black men down here. And even black drivers don't stop for black men.
I've even stood on the corner holding money in my hand to get their attention.
You ever see a cab pass you up and pick up a white guy?
Quite a few times.
I have stood on the corner for over an hour
trying to catch a cab, and cab drivers would just pass me by and pick up other people, and that is a fact.
For some reason, they feel is that all black people have to be ignorant or thieves or drug dealers. So, I mean, but that's hypocrisy. That's the United States. What can we say here?
They'll pick up the white guy before the black guy every time.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
If you think I'm joking, all you got to do is stand here with your camera for about an hour and watch.
Hi, I'm Rusty Cundiff, and if you're anything like me, you're black, and you can't get a cab in New York. Is it just me, or is it about race? Now here's the experiment. On one corner, distinguished black actor Yaphet Kotto. You've tried to get cabs in New York before?
All my life, all my life, all my life, all my life.
And have you got any?
Never, 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 never.
A little way down the block, convicted white felon Louis Bruno. What would a cab driver have to do to push you just over that edge where you might have to take some kind of action? Yeah, you know...
make a wrong freaking turn or
turn.
Call me amigo.
Will cabbies pass by an Emmy-nominated black man to pick up a white murderer? Hey, how's it going, man? We're doing a little story on cabbies. Can we talk to you? Yeah, did you see another guy back there waiting for a... Yeah. Yeah, why'd you get this guy instead of the other guy?
I have no any, no any objection, no any something, no any discrimination, this and that. I love everybody.
Did you see the black guy at all?
I saw him after I saw him.
Let me just ask you some quick questions here. Which one do you think you'd pick up first? Would you pick up Harry Connick Jr.?
No, I don't.
No, you'd pick up any. ZZ Top, would pick up anyone that looked like ZZ. ZZ Top. You'd pick up someone that looked like ZZ Top. Maybe he didn't see him. So I decided to shed a little light on the situation. Did you see a black guy standing down there?
Yeah, I saw it, yeah.
Yeah, he was standing underneath a light?
Yeah, I saw it, but I wasn't sure he was passenger.
Now look at this guy in the back. Did you realize?
The same one, yeah.
The same one?
Yeah. Bruno, criminal record, murder involvement, assault. Oh my goodness.
Maybe Yaphet looked a little threatening. Even a bozo stood a better chance than Yaphet. Maybe they just couldn't see him. Can you read this line for me?
BASF.
That's really good. Try this one. Try this line here.
EDFCZB.
That's very good. I mean, you have great eyesight, and curiously enough, you can see black on white very well. Of course, some taxi drivers did stop for Yaphet, but more than half passed him by. Did you see a big sign that said, I need a cab, and a black guy standing next to it? You go anywhere, don't you? Could you take some friends of ours someplace?
Yo, what's up?
They're going uptown, and then they're going to Brooklyn. He doesn't mind taking you, does he?
You mind taking her? What? You changed the shift at 4 o'clock.
It's 10 minutes to 3.
All right, come on, man. If we hurry up and leave now, we can make it to Brooklyn, all right? All right.
I gotta get a shift. Great deal.
Introducing the most durable bounty ever.
It does jobs I never thought a paper towel could do. Now it's the quilted picker-upper.
The quilted Quaker Picker-Upper.
It even scrubs a carpet. Ordinary towels fall apart, even top quality towels, but new Quilted Bounty's this much stronger. It's still quicker, too.
The quilted Quaker Picker-Upper.
New Quilted Bounty.
Feast your eyes on the Big Mac Extra Value Meal. It includes a Big Mac, only the most famous sandwich in history. Always a large order of McDonald's fries, only the most beloved fries on the planet. And a medium Coke, only the world's most popular soft drink. And the whole shebang is only $2.99 every day. Let me give you that again. The whole shebang for only $2.99 at McDonald's today.
In prison, he met the son he abandoned. Now Louis Gossett Jr. and Blair Underwood have one last chance to be a family. Father and son, NBC Tonight.
If you want to be happy on Tuesday night.
This fall, NBC's Moving Wings.
Me too.
And Frasier to their new night, Tuesday.
What do you think? I'm not going. Daphne's coming too. And so am I. That's Wings and Frasier making their move. Okay.
It's NBC's new Tuesday night. Baseball!
Hey guys, want to see what we got coming up on future episodes of TV Nation? Check this out.
Michael Moore threatens to move the show to New Jersey, and the mayor of New York is on the spot.
You know, we're going over to New Jersey to see what they can offer us and, you know, what you can offer us to sort of help us, you know, make up our minds.
Merrill Marco talks to those talk show people.
You called him retarded. I meant to call you retarded. No, I meant to call you retarded.
Wait a second.
We get to the bottom of the caning commotion in the land where it all began. Britain.
Naughty, 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 naughty boy.
Oh, hi. Well, that's our show for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Our 5th anniversary special, TV Nation. Unfortunately, my buddies here from 60 Minutes have passed out on the sidewalk. They've just had such a great time. And guys, you know, take care of yourselves, okay? And thanks for letting us rule the airwaves for this hour. All right, so listen, we'll be on at our regular time this Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on NBC. So be sure and tune in then for more of TV Nation. Okay, guys? All right? Come on.
Coming up next, join the crew of Sequest for another exciting underwater adventure. Then, Louis Gossett Jr. and Blair Underwood star in a powerful NBC movie, Father and Son, Dangerous Relations. Tonight, right here on NBC.